Hello everyone, I hope that you are doing well. So without wasting any time, let's move to the newspaper. First we will identify the important news and then we'll move on to the analysis section. So this is Saturday, April 30, 2022, the Hindu Delhi edition. As usual, we'll be first identifying the most important news with respect to our examination, followed by a detailed discussion of the same. So let us move forward. Let's see what are the most important news. China to ease curbs on entry of Indian student. Okay, so it is expected to do so. Fine. Core sector growth dips to 4.3% in March. Just know which are the 8 core sector. You write it down in the comment box. Okay, not more than that is required because every month and every quarter they will publish the report, right? We just need the annual report if needed in certain cases. Valley player, okay. Passenger train cancelled to give way to coal rakes. Fair enough, because India is facing a deficit of coal, right? PM says government will handhold entrepreneurs. Okay. Assam coal grants will not required. Loudspeaker issue now rears its head in Bihar. BJP minister wants UP like action. And what action has UP taken? Okay. Yes. Some illegal things were loudspeakers were made to disappear, right? So no much important news on the first page. Actually, no important news on the first page. Let's move to the second page. Okay. Left with 1 day of coal supply, Delhi Power Minister compensate fake encounter survivor. Assistee highlights app governance model at UNGA. Okay, Tishi. DCW Samath not civic body over fire in. No. Did they have host camp for no not required? Fighting stress getting in shape thanks to you not required frequency burglaries worries here. No. There are nothing out here. Nothing on this page as well. Mother lecturer living being with legal entity Madras High Court. Okay, fine. Plan was a big plot, says Mumbai police. Not required. 3 more held in heroin not required. Conceal murder not required. An interpretation not required. Fueling friction shifting onus on providing relief from. Okay. Step with, that would trigger language not required. Safety first. The fire tragedy in Tamil Nadu could have been averted by adherence to safety norms. Okay. We'll give a read to this one. Fueling frictions, right? As per the examination, it is also not required. It is just that costs have gone up of the petroleum products, but still we'll give it a read. Let's read that. Belagavi not required. Curfew in Patiala no. Sipcon no. You can use this thing. One India, great India. When a question if a question related to diaspora comes in examination, right? Then you can use this thing in way forward. Fine. To make one India great India and all those things you can write. Power coal crisis due to not required. Core sector growth dips to 4. I have said about it. Auto rickshaw in Wales. Magic of cinema. No. Consider our plan for sending aid to Sri Lanka. No. Okay. Curbs on NGOs, JNK issue. Why are they interested in our issue, JNK issue? It is India's issue and India is internal matter. We are handling the way we should handle. Are we saying anything about your regions, like the Catalonian region of Spain or some of the regions of France and Germany which demands independence? We are not saying anything. Why are you just poking your nose here and there everywhere? And curbs on NGO, it is in the best security regions that NGOs has been curbed, right? So they want to discuss everything, but they don't want to take any action. Russian aggression must not be tolerated. Now they understand what is aggression. And when Pakistan used to do aggression on us, then it is India's fault. India has the right to self-defense. And when India started self-defense, why is India killing so many people? It goes like this only. It is a dog-eating-dog world, right? And therefore sometimes we see that might becomes right. Okay. Nothing here on this page. I don't see. Okay, just know this name. Lieutenant General B.S. Raju is the new Vice Chief of Air Army Staff. It will be helpful for one-day examination. Now this is leave India if you don't love India. This shows the irrelevance of such ministers in India. India's mother language is not Hindi. India's official language is Hindi. Okay, and the numeral is Roman numeral and writing in Devanagari script, right? So why should anyone leave India if they don't love Hindi? And which person will decide that if a person love Hindi or not, right? So there are things. This shows how irrelevant this minister is. He should have not said this. This is a very sorry state, right? So let's move forward. Heat wave linked to man-made climate change. Yes, this is important. We'll see. We'll give it a look. Okay. So Russia has again bombed Kyiv. It is not bombed. It is missiled. It has struck Kyiv. Right. During UN chief visit, Russia is on rampant now. Okay. Fine. There's nothing out here. What is this? With an annual subscription at Etna. Okay, this is a file. View flip book version. I don't know what it is. Leave it. Economy may take till year 35 to overcome COVID-19 losses. Maybe more than that, because our losses, we expected a V-shaped recovery, right? But what has happened? It is more of a K-shaped recovery. Okay. So whatever the losses are here, this should be made inconsistent with this so that it goes like this, right? So we need time. It may be more than 35 in most probable cases, right? Okay. There is nothing out here. I don't see anything here, nothing here. And on the sports page, as usual, oh, it is Saturday, so a lot of sports news would be there. We don't usually have important news on this sports page. Okay, so let's see anything if important is there. And yes, there is nothing important out here, right? So with this, we come to end of news identification and move towards our news analysis section. Okay, so let's do the editorial today first, because only one editorial is there, right? So fueling friction, shifting the onus of providing relief from high fuel prices onto state can strain federalism, right? Let's see what it has to say. At a meeting with Chief Minister about the resurgence of COVID-19 on Wednesday, Prime Minister charged opposition ruled state with committing an injustice to people by not cutting duties on petroleum products, as Centre has done in November 21. Those cut of 5 and 10 rupees per litre of petrol and diesel, respectively, came as fuel prices crossed well past 100 per litre. Those levels have been breached again after a poll-driven lull. The PM noted that Centre plea at time for states to back these cuts by paring their VAT levies on petroleum product was not heeded by state, not governed by BJP. Okay, so what it is saying, that Centre has pleaded for the state to cut back this their VAT, but it was not heard by the state which are not governed by the BJP. Not even NDA administered state are, but even NDA administered state are now facing extremely high inflation. Retail inflation in April was 8.19% for Uttar Pradesh and Assam, and 7.4% to 7.6% in Bihar, Jammu, Kashmir and Haryana. Far even the national retail inflation of 6.95%. Look, retail inflation in CPI has crossed again 6% mark for the month. The PM remark, buttressed by the slogan of cooperative federalism, attracted an instant backlash from West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Kerala, Telangana and all those states. While other states are fretful about resource constraint and pending dues from Centre, some had reduced VAT on fuel product and others have not hiked for years. Despite its recent assertion that no tax were levied on to counter the pandemic, the Centre has hiked fuel taxes even amid 2020 COVID-19 lockdown with preference for sets levies that do not have shared with the states. So it is saying that although it was said that during pandemic no taxes will be increased, but what happened, that during the pandemic the taxes on petrol product on fuels were increased, right? And that too, it was not tax, it was increased in form of cess, and we know that cess is not a part of the visible pool of finances for the state, right? So states won't get a share out of it. While the political brouhaha over the PM pitch unfolds, the signal for the common man is clear. Abandon any hope of immediate relief. This is akin to striking a cruel blow against the middle and lower income class, already besieged by successive setbacks on job, health, income front. Household budgets are severely squeezed because of price rise. Yes, this is true. Inflation has increased a lot. Even industry has mooted fuel cut to sustain a fragile consumption recovery. While the record tax collection last year and revenue buoyancy expected to hold up this year, okay, the Centre has fiscal room to slash its fuel taxes, and there will be automatic cascading effect on state taxes levied on an ad valorem basis. Okay, expecting a state which are worried about the limited revenue sources once the assured GST compensation stop flowing from this July to take the lead in reining petroleum taxes is unwisely, short-sighted and unnecessary confrontational. Even more so, the states are also expected to ramp up capex spending to revive the economy. Yes, this is also true. States are expected to ramp up their capital expenditure spending to revive economy. As the PM said, central and states need to coordinate better to spur the economy amid global tumult, signaling out a few states to deflect attention from centers. Excessive reliance on fuel taxes is not the right approach to attain such harmony. Most of all, the high inflation will debeliate the recovery momentum. Shrinking corrective action to bolster its revenue kitty would be a case of being penny wise and pound foolish. It is just saying that the entire article is saying that the prime minister should have not put the things like that. The picture that has been brought is wrong to a much extent, and center, since two things are there, they call GST collection, and second thing is their expected tax buoyancy this year. So center could at least could itself slash some more taxes and get the fuel price in the range where in the affordable range, right? So this is the thing, and saying that states should do this would only lead to restraining of the cooperative federalism spirit. Yes, it's a correct point. Center has the fiscal space to do that, and but we have to also see the challenges. Look, if some states are doing and others are not, then others can also do, and they should do, and with that center should also cut the fuel prices. So what will happen overall, there will be a more reduction in price of fuel, and that will lead to more better recovery of economy. It is just the article has just presented a one side picture that the state has said this, the center has said this, and the state has these limitations, and therefore state won't do that. No sir, you both have to come together for a cooperative, for a more organic federalism, right? And that nature of federalism will lead to what? Will lead to more slashing of petrol prices, diesel prices, and that would lead to a better economic recovery. Okay, so let's see. With this we have come to end of the editorial section as well. Let's see the news now. Heat wave linked to man-made climate change. Okay, let's see. Scientists say carbon emission must be curbed. Yes, it must be. India is gripped in throes of long spell of heat wave, and there is a compelling evidence that a significant portion of it is due to human-induced climate change, said scientists. Right? Three eminent scientists will expertise in how atmospheric, land, and ocean systems were influenced by greenhouse gas emission, drew upon their decades of research to explain how accumulation of greenhouse gas in the atmosphere exacerbated temperature in oceans. Okay, so how accumulation of GHG in atmosphere has exacerbated temperatures in the ocean and the land, and caused increased glacier melt, heightened the sea level rise, and led to changes in the biosphere. Okay, the first scientist Fiamma Stranu drew upon her research in the Greenland to demonstrate evidence of warming water around the glaciers and how it's heating even ice sheets, thereby accelerating warming. Though global sea level were rising only in 3 millimeters a year, okay, it would be a mistake to dismiss it as a minor risk, because even those increases would be responsible for driving greater number of extreme climate change. Okay, her colleague referred a simulation study jointly taken by the Princeton University and National Aeronautics and Space Administration that said if carbon emissions were unchecked, half the planet will be in severe drought by the century. This was already threefold rise in extreme precipitation events in India, a decrease in rainfall in North India, and increase in precipitation in South India. He said that, citing regions out of India, along with the carbon dioxide emission, pollution from biomass burning combined with this and caused 1.5 million deaths annually in India. Okay, so these are the impact, about 1.5 million, such huge number of death already in India is due to one or directly or indirectly human-induced climate change. India could cut its pollution by half just by providing clean cooking fuel to rural household in Indo-Gangetic Plain, and we are doing this by Ujjwala Yojana, right? Societal transformation, mitigating carbon dioxide emission, and adaptation were all necessary to buffer against climate change. Same thing, just read your basics, that is enough for this article. I just read it so that your basics could be again brushed. Okay, now let's see the next news, if anything else is remaining. Obviously not on dot page, obviously not on this page, and on sports page there is nothing else. Okay, so with this we come to end of today's news analysis. As usual, your homework is comment below which article you will use in your GS answers as examples slash case study. Write down in the comment box. I read each and every comment. Okay, so with this I'm ending today's newspaper analysis. Fine. Okay, so friends, I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe our channel and share this video with your friend. Follow us on Telegram as well. Also, keep studying hard, keep following your dreams, and keep tuned to our channel. Comment below for any suggestion. Till then, goodbye, good luck, keep studying hard.